Hi, everyone. So happy to have you here. Very happy to have you here. I'm just going to go ahead and start immediately so I don't have to do too much editing to this piece. Whoever is not here on time, it's okay. You can watch this video at a later date. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and I'm happy to be live again. I should go live more often. So, speaking of that, I will actually be starting a membership channel, right? For those of you that have been looking for alternate day fasting coaching. So it's technically not one-on-one coaching. What it's going to be is I will provide weekly 60-minute sessions that covers various topics relating to alternate day fasting for those that wanted more coaching support without the coaching price tag. So that is going to be something I will be offering, especially for the new year. As we get closer to resolutions. Hi, everyone. Thank you. So happy to see you. As we get closer to the new year resolutions, we have that motivation, we have that willpower. For those that just want a bit more, there's been so many people that ask me, do you do coaching? I personally do not do coaching, but I will have a YouTube membership channel providing weekly sessions, weekly, every week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. There will be 60-minute sessions for those that want to ask general questions, that want to ask more about my experience. I will give you my tips, tricks, and hacks, and only you, the member, will have access to this. It'll be um, quite an exclusive club, and that's just for those that want the extra support. So for those that is not interested, nothing changes on my channel. For those that do want more for the new year, Colleen is coming out with a membership channel. So that will be rolling out before the new year. So by the time um, January 1st comes and that first Tuesday hits, you will have the support. Okay. So I'm happy to introduce that. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for the compliments. You're wonderful. You see my blue walls. Okay. So let's get into my weight loss story. If you haven't heard, or you're new here, or you're wondering what is this weight loss she's talking about? All right, so in April 2021, I made the decision to change my life, and I was already familiar with intermittent fasting. I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you. It's a little halfway, anyways. I was introduced to intermittent fasting years before. I started off with 16/8. 16/8 wasn't doing enough. 16/8 wasn't doing enough. And then, but I did end up losing 40 pounds from 16/8. Then I moved on to OMAD, one meal a day. Didn't last very long with OMAD because for me, OMAD was way too restrictive daily. Daily. Every day, I had to say no to pancakes. I had to wait every day until 6 p.m. to have a meal or two, whatever I could fit into about an hour, 90. I gave myself 90 minutes during OMAD to eat, and I hated it. I felt like it was messing with my psyche. I feel like I didn't change the color of my living room wall. It's still blue for now. It's blue for the winter. Um, but OMAD was messing with my psyche. I hated restricting every single day just to get results. I got results, maybe lost about 8 pounds within that month. But it was hard. It was hard. Some way, shape, form, I came across alternate day fasting. I want to say I Googled it, came across Rachel Sharp. I feel like if you search alternate day fasting, you will come across Rachel Sharp, who is the main woman that I've seen preach about alternate day fasting. I Googled it, I researched, I did a lot of research, and I decided I was so sick and tired of myself. At that point, I was 245 pounds, and I'm 5'10", so I'm a tall lady. Um, but I hated how I look. I hated how I felt. I had inflamed knees. I looked older than my age. My breasts were just massive. And I was getting winded easily. But I remember there was swelling in my knees and ankles. And I was like, whoa, this is getting bad. When you see weight start messing with your daily life, your functioning, your lifestyle, this is past vanity, right? This is past vanity. When you see that it is affecting your daily life, it is really within your best interest to stop and reassess, because you are now going down a horrible path, a path that if you don't get a hold of right now, it will destroy you. It will destroy you. It will destroy you. Disease, it feels like it's coming on faster than ever now. Between COVID, like I was just having a conversation about how COVID in the long term is like affecting people's kidneys, thus leading them to diabetes faster. Excuse me, what? What? COVID is now leading to diabetes, as if the KFC wasn't bad enough. Okay. So I decided to go hard or go home. And I'm a Scorpio. Like all I know is black or white. And I wanted to just jump right in. I was scared to death. Um, me me deciding not to eat for an entire day was frightening. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was frightening because I was like, who does this? Who goes an entire day without eating? That seems preposterous, unachievable, impossible, all the M's and uns I could think of. I just decided to do it. I filled up my thermos for the day, and I just want to say thank you, everyone. If you are in the chat, please hit the like button so people know that this is decent. This is decent content. Like like hit the like button as you come in, as you're watching. I would appreciate that. But I really, yeah. Um, I filled up my water thermos for the day and sipped throughout the day. And I was already used to going the morning without food because I was used to 16/8, which is 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating. I've dabbled in OMAD, so I could even make it to lunch, even the evening. Now the nighttime was my kryptonite. Nighttime is usually when I'm either lonely or bad habits, which is eating in front of the TV, which is like what I like to do. Nighttime, I felt like I wasn't going to make it. I was like, okay, this is where I'm going to crash and burn. I remember that night, I decided, I decided, it's a decision. My stomach was okay because I'm overweight. It'll survive. It was mentally a decision. I said, Colleen, you're either going to do this or you're not going to do this. What's stopping you from just finishing the day? Like, why can't you just finish the day? And something in me was scared to finish the day. I was like, what if I actually succeed? That's a real thing where you are afraid of success. We sabotage ourselves in so many ways. We really do. And it's frightening how subtle it is and how little decisions can either make or break the bigger picture. Um, I made the decision to finish the day and I took my ass to bed real early. Like, I was like, okay, it's 8:30. Good night. And I woke up the next morning. I was alive. I blinked. Guess what? I didn't even feel hungry. I was like, I made it a whole day without eating. I didn't eat. I didn't eat. And I'm alive to tell the story. And then I ate whatever I wanted the next day because I wasn't I wasn't ready for that life like that yet. Like, I went on and had some frozen chicken patties. I went on and had leftovers of my kids' nuggets and whatnot. Um, but when I tell you that I literally ate what I wanted that first month, this is before the first month is when I ate what I wanted. Not because I was rebelling or because, I had no self control. I just wanted to practice one thing at a time. And the biggest thing that was going to make the difference was eating every other day. What's harder? I want you to know this. What's harder than the first day? What's harder than the first fast day is the second fast day. And I want you to prepare for it because everybody can speak of fasting when they're not fasting. That was a quote I read. Um, it's easy to speak of fasting when one is not fasting. um, but I need you to prepare. Like on the first day, you are willed, you are motivated. Hell, you might even be disciplined. Then you're gonna have the day when you're like, oh, I made it, time to eat. And then you go to bed and realize I have to do this again. How bad do you really want it? Like, right? So I remember that first week. That first week. I'm going to hold off on your questions. I'm going to do an FAQs at the last 10 minutes to round out the um the live. So hold on to your questions cuz I don't want to miss them. I will let you know when FAQs are open. I promise cuz I don't want to. Let me just get through this so this isn't a horrible live that needs a million miles of editing. Um the first week will be for me. Let me speak for myself, but I just want to prepare you. For myself, the first week of alternate day fasting was an enlightening one. The first day, surprising. The second day, draining. The second fast day, draining. By the end of the week, right? Because once again, I need you to understand you need to make the decision. And there's no better time to make the decision than for a new year, right? Because we have that fresh new start mentality. Um the first week is where you will be tested. So take that mentality, take that first day mentality and apply it to a week of alternate day fasting because a week is where the magic happens. It's not in the first day, it's not in the first 3 days. The magic really happens by the end of a full alternate day fasted week. And this is every other day, not 4-3, not OMAD. This is for true alternate day fasting. And I'm speaking to my alternate day fasters, not just intermittent fast. I need this to be specifically for the alternate day fasters. The true magic comes within a week. And then by the second week, you will start to become acclimated to the pattern. You will not believe that your body could actually prepare for fasting. Your blood sugar will start to regulate in preparation for another fasted day. Your mentality will start preparing for another fasted day. But this has to happen with true alternate day fasting. Okay? I don't want to spend too much. I'm going to spend another 4 minutes on what happened to me during my alternate day fasting journey. By the end of first week, I lost 5 pounds. By the end of the first month, I lost 12 pounds, which is great. I need you to understand that when you do alternate day fasting, in my opinion, it is guaranteed weight loss, but it's not guaranteed for you. In my opinion, though, if you are doing what you're supposed to do as far as eating less than you essentially burn overall, it's a calorie deficit overall. But there is magic in fasting. There is a insulin regulation. There is the autophagy. There is the regulating of the ghrelin hormone, which is the hunger hormone. There's a lot of magical things that happen in fasting. But just know that sometimes you can have 2-pound weight loss. You can have 12-pound weight loss. All progress is great progress. 20 pounds in a month, that's not realistic. A lot of people come on YouTube with their big bad 20 pounds in 2 weeks. That's not cute. It's not, I don't care. It's not cute. I'm never jealous of those people. I actually feel sorry for those people. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If somebody's coming online talking about I lost 20 pounds in 12 days, do not envy them. That is nothing to envy. 12 pounds in a month for me. I was super proud of myself. Do you know what a difference 10 pounds makes on a frame? That's a whole dress size. That's a whole pant size. Your pajamas are falling off of you. Something feels a little bit more comfortable. The bra isn't cutting into the back fat. That's good. We like small, incremental changes. We don't want big and bad, because big and bad it doesn't last. Okay? We want increments. You don't want to be doing too much all at once. I don't want that for you. Okay? So talking about my weight loss journey overall in 8 months, and this is just like chilling, like just me chilling, lost 67 pounds was the max I lost. I lost 67 pounds. So I had went from 245 to 179 was my lowest. I'm currently 189 right now. I'm thickish. The holidays, muscle gain. I have been putting in muscle gain. Okay, I like the thighs. And once again, if you are asking questions in the chat, please, I promise you I'll get to it. Okay. I want to touch on the new challenge for the new year. Okay, I know some of you were expecting this. There will be a challenge. And this challenge is going to be a little different than my previous challenges. If you're used to me doing challenges, they all have a little something different, each one. Not on purpose, but I usually learn new things and share it with you. There's gonna be a 2023 challenge. Woo! I'm sorry if I woke you up. Um, there will be a January 2023 challenge. I'm going to talk about the details. I don't have the documents or anything written up right now. It'll be a lot like my previous challenges, except here's what the 2023 challenge is going to be. The challenge, okay? I need you to focus on that word. It's a challenge. That means it's not going to be easy, okay? A challenge means challenge. I never said this is going to be easy. It can be effortless. It can be, but it's not easy, especially when we're used to our habits. Habits are not inherently good or bad. They're just ingrained within us, right? But they're not easy to break. The 2023 challenge, for those that are willing to participate, and I might even like I'm ready to lean back out, but I'm gonna see. It's going to be true alternate day fasting for the month of January. How is this different? What are you talking about? What's the challenge in that? My previous challenges included 4-3, which is 4 days eating, 3 days fasting. It included OMAD. It had stipulations. It had a little wiggle room. This challenge is for alternate day fasters. And this is how I melted 12 pounds off my body. Like, whoa. And when I say 12 pounds, this is why I tell you not to scoff at 12 pounds. Because them people over there losing 20 pounds in 12 days, they're not only losing water, muscle, fat, they're losing all kind of like it's not a you're not supposed to be losing muscle. You want to maintain your muscle because that's how you get skinny fat. When I lost 12 pounds, it was 12 pounds of fat. It was 12 pounds of fat because my body now started to feed off the excess fat. Once I went through my glycogen stores, the stored glucose within my body ran out, started feeding on the fat. You know what that looks like? That looks like you being lean with minimal effort. You don't need a massive scale victory to look in the mirror and be like, wow, I look good. The scale will always lie to you. The scale is not your friend. The scale is not your friend. You could be doing the best. You could be doing true alternate day fasting every other day. Heck, screw the holidays. Martin Luther King, don't give me your cookies. You're just doing pure alternate day fasting. And then you step on this scale and you see I lost 3 pounds in 3 weeks. How are you gonna feel then? How are you gonna feel? How are you gonna feel? You're going to feel like it was all for naught. You're gonna feel discouraged. You're gonna fall off because now you're feeling like your effort was wasted. Your effort is never wasted. You can look in the mirror. You could wear waist beads. You could try on those old jeans and tell that you are making progress. So for the 2023 challenge, it is going to be true alternate day fasting. True alternate day fasting means you fast every other day. Does that mean fasting through my period? Yes, it's a challenge. If you feel like you can't do it, then this might not be the challenge for you. And I'm just saying it's a challenge. It's a challenge. If you don't try it, you'll never know what you can make it through. If you don't try it, you'll never know what you can make it through. There comes a point in time in your menstrual cycle where things feel a little more difficult than usual, and that happens to me every damn night when I want to eat down the house, and I just push through. If you can push through and do true alternate, and when I say true, I mean like every other day, like clockwork, till the end of the month. That's not easy. You'd be surprised how many people fail at that. And that's why it's a challenge. So I'm going to doctor up the basic rules for the New Year challenge, um, and really get you prepared. We're going to do this weekly live on the membership channel because there are people that want coaching. And I heard you. Like, I was like, how can I provide this service? Like, I don't feel qualified. I'm not an authority. I'm not a medical care professional, but people just want me to hold their hands. And that is a beautiful feeling when someone is there that can encourage you, give you a swift little kick in the ass, right? Because Jamaicans be like, and give you their experience. It's like mentoring. And so when I think of it as mentoring, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I really felt some kind of it's really strange how we like deny ourselves our skills, but I literally have a following of people that change their lives based on my story. Who am I not to like guide and it's like why not? Whoever wants it, it's available. I will be on every week and able to provide support because it's not easy. I need you to know, as effortless as the weight loss can come, there will be times where it's hard, especially as we're getting towards the end of the month. Because here's what happens, and these are things you need to prepare for. What happens is you will go through your glycogen stores. The glycogen stores, and that's why I say it's very important to refuel on your feast days, refuel days. Because if you do a really poor job, if you have a poor fuel source, this could look like junk food, cookies, candies, cakes, and garbage food, right? And you're having the time of your life on your feast day. I love that for you. Just know that after that is your fast day. Will what you ate on feast day suffice for that day, the day you ate, and the following day? Yeah, you have calories, right? There's a difference between calories and nutrition. Very important to focus on the nutrition during your refuel days. Okay. So you will burn through those glycogen stores and you will become hungry. You will become hungrier. Okay. Physically, you'll be okay. Physically, you will eat the next day. Your body knows that, hey, food will be here in the next 36 hours. But your brain is like, I can't make it. I'm about to give up. You're going to be fine. Refuel properly, refuel beautifully, and you will make it through. I promise. So, details on that coming before when is the new year, y'all? When is the new year, please? The new year, goodness, it is the 27th. How grateful are we to see a new year? Oh, I pray the Lord gets me to the new year because there's so many people that didn't, y'all. There's so many people. January 1st is a Sunday. I love that. On Sunday. The beautiful thing that about my challenges is the first days are feast days. So your New Year day will be enjoyable. And then January 2nd, I need you to watch all the videos that I have in my playlist. I want you to get prepared. And for those who need it, join the membership channel. It is coming soon. You'll see a join button on my channel soon, okay? For those that need it. Um I wanted to share 3 tips. 3 tips I want you to know. Don't worry, the FAQs are coming, and I will go through everything, okay? All right. Hold on. I just wanna share 3 tips with you all. 3 tips that will help on your alternate day fasting journey. We're not talking about 4-3, there's no OMAD here, there's no ADF is a 36-hour fasting period. I personally, I don't track time. I just I eat when the sun is up or when I wake up. I stop eating, that it's just day increments. When I'm up, I'm eating all the way until bedtime. The next day, when I'm up, I'm not eating all the way till bedtime. That's it. I'm not tracking like 36 hours. Okay, now I personally don't do that. I feel like it's a lot more than I need in my lifestyle. The simpler the better. Keep it simple. But here are 3 tips that you can use. Sorry. Here are 3 tips that you can use to prepare you for your alternate day journey. Let's go. Number 1 is read intermittent fasting books, articles, and research. I feel like this is really important. Once again, I am not a medical professional. I am not licensed. I'm a girl that I enjoy education. I like research. I like information, and I like knowing what I'm getting into before I do so. And I just share what I know with anyone that cares online. But the information I got are from the people you need to be looking at. That includes Dr. Jason Fung, the intermittent fasting king. I read Feast, Fast, Repeat by Jen Stevens. I loved that book. Articles from peer reviewed journals. I think these things are crucial. Crucial. I really want you to move past vanity when it comes to alternate day fasting because it is too shallow for you to stay the course. You understand me? If you are just looking at it from a superficial, this is how I can finally lose weight standpoint, it will not give you the depth, the brevity of how life-changing this health plan with weight loss as a side effect can be. And I quote that from Jen Stevens, her Feast, Fast, Repeat. When I was able to really read why intermittent fasting does what it does and why the one I chose is one of the best protocols, right? For people that are not disordered, that do not have triggered mentality towards eating, those people need to stay away from fasting, okay? And there's nothing wrong with you. I desperately hope that you seek help in any kind of disordered eating. That is nothing to play with. Don't play with fasting if you know that you have um, a disordered mentality towards eating, okay? But once we figure out why fasting works the way it works, what it does to the body, what it does to the cells, what it does to the hormones, you move different. You move different because now You know, each fast day is deeper than just not eating. It's like, oh, I'm correcting my blood sugar. I'm stepping back from generational diabetes. I am decreasing inflammation today. Like, it is a beautiful thing when you start to realize what what fasting is really doing. It's not as superficial as it seems. Confidence will be key, and confidence will come out of it. When you lose weight, you move different. But I really want you to focus on the health aspects, and that comes from reading, researching, understanding the basis of fasting. Number two, and this is something that I have just observed to be crucial in the weight loss journey, any weight loss journey. We all know about diet, we all know about exercise, right? We all know about diet and we all know about exercise. But for me, in my humble opinion, no, forget that. In my opinion, I feel that the most overlooked aspect of weight loss is the mindset. All right? You can't do anything until you're ready. You can't make a drug addict stop. You can't make an abuser stop. You can't make anybody stop doing what they want to do until they're ready. They're good and ready. Okay? And that applies to you. The mindset is very important. And a part of something that I really learned about myself during the alternate day fasting journey is that emotions make me eat. Emotions make me eat. I'm an emotional eater. I think a lot of overweight people are. We eat when we're happy, sad, stressed, lonely, frustrated, bored, bored. God. Boredom eating is death. So, emotional offloading is very important. Number two is emotional offloading. Emotional offloading is a way to remove the emotions off of you and put them somewhere else. And don't just be calling up, Keisha and be like, Keisha, the man them a cheap on me. And don't flood your friends with your problems. But you can pick up the phone and be like, I'm feeling this way. This is how I'm feeling. Vent to a therapist. You can vent to a loved one, a trusted loved one. You can vent to your journal. It is very important to emotionally offload. In this day and age, especially as women, we hold so much trying to be the face of strength. Who asked us to do so? Why we got to be the matriarch? Why we got to hold up the world on our shoulders and then smile while doing it? I'm not quite sure who assigned us who assigned us that role, but it's not healthy. And another observation of mine is that a lot of overweight and obese people are they're walking signs of trauma. I she's controversial, but I remember I was watching Six the Goddess, and Six the Goddess is a very pew pew straight shooter. And she was working with some women trying to lose weight. And she's like, "Oh, you overweight? Who touched you? Who molested you? Who tried to who who are you?" And she said it in such a way it's like off-putting, but it's like, huh, hmm, hmm, hmm. There's a lot of trauma tied to weight gain, whether it's missing fathers, abusive partners, um, stress at home, depression, sexual abuse, unhealed childhood trauma. And these are things that are just weighing down on us. being unhealed, but we expect to move on, move forward, do more, and nothing underneath is being you are building a home on a sinkhole. Find a way to emotionally unload because you will always eat your feelings if you don't start assessing and finding out how to deal with your emotions accordingly. We got to cut out the eating of emotions. It's truly unhealthy, and it has to end some way. You can't just fix this and not fix the source. It's unfair to yourself. And number three tip that I will give you on this journey is keep your blood sugar low. Find ways to keep your blood sugar low. And what keeping your blood sugar low does is it keeps it so you're not so insulin, like you don't move so insulin based. Because when you trigger your insulin, your high, when you increase your blood sugar, that usually increases intense cravings. So when you're ready to move into your fast day now from your feast day, it's that much harder to acclimate to the new day. So if you're able to just regulate your blood sugar, you will find your journey a lot easier. So here's a few ways. Watching carbohydrates, and that doesn't mean cut them out. I will never cut out rice is still life. Hashtag rice is life. Me no business. Okay. Rice. West Indians be like, I'll never give up rice. But sometimes instead of a bowl of rice, okay, I'll make cauliflower rice. And I feel like somebody. And guess what? I feel just as satisfied. I can't tell the difference usually. And I feel like a keto queen. And I don't do keto. But I feel like when you have a low carb meal, you feel like you feel like I'm it. Like please let me know in the comments, like, if you ever had like a low carb meal, do you feel like that person, like true adult? I do. I really do. I'm like, I'm doing something. Watch your carbs. Try to replace the whites. Watch out for sweets. Sugars are the devil. Sugars are I've realized wholeheartedly that sugars are the devil. Will I cut them out? God, no. I'm normal. But I should because sugars are the devil. Sugars are the devil. I need you to know that. Sugars are the devil. And not like I will never cut out fruit sugars, but like processed sugar, do your best. Do your best to stay away from. And I tell you, death, death by 1,000 bites. Stay away from sugar. Working out is a great way to keep your blood sugar low. What working out does is it regulates your insulin levels, like because it's starting to tap into those glucose stores. And when your glucose store starts depleting, regulated blood sugar, we're not going to get those spikes. You'll be more even. The body's running off the ketones, which is the fat as fuel. We love that. That means we're leaning out. And working out doesn't have to be intensive. As long as you're getting the body moving 15 minutes or more, it's a wonderful way to keep your blood. Like, I don't know if you've ever worked out and then felt like, and when I say worked out, like not strength training, but like a walk or, something light. If you've ever felt like just even afterward, like you didn't feel like starving, but you didn't feel like hungry, that's the insulin levels regulating out. So try to work out, get some activity in. It's very important. Adequate sleep. I didn't realize I work overnight job. I didn't know how important sleep was until I've done overnight jobs, okay? It's not for the weak. Actually, the reason that this is gonna be a strict 60-minute live is because I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. Because nowadays, like, you all really compliment me on my skin and such. I need you to know it's sleep. Anytime you see me looking good, it's because I sleep. Sleep and collagen. Sleep and collagen. Sleep and sleep is so important because when you don't have good sleep, for one, you're up longer. That means there's more chances for you to eat. The longer you're up, the more likely you are to eat what you're not supposed to eat and or fight cravings. And two, it messes with your hormones. Lack of sleep messes with your hormones. The funny thing is, like, a lot of people have issues when it comes to fasting and sleep. Like, fasting naturally, like, elevates your energy levels and it makes you more alert, making it harder to go to sleep. Do your best to just work with it and get adequate sleep. Try sleeping is the best thing you can do to not only fight stress, fight advanced aging, feel better. You can just feel better getting adequate sleep. As you get older, you'll realize how important sleep is. If you want to look glorious, because hey, like, vanity is vanity is vanity. If you want to look glorious, get you at least 7 hours of sleep. At least 7 hours of sleep. Six is not enough. 7 hours plus, you'll be feeling good and ready to conquer the day. And another little part of keeping your blood sugar low, something I've been doing recently, which is I take bitters. Um, bitters, ooh, they're bitter. But what they do is they regulate your blood sugar levels. And I kind of learned about this from my mom. She's diabetic. My mom is diabetic. My dad passed away from diabetic complications. So I just running from it. But she likes to boil cinnamon leaves. That's like her little cheat code to lower her blood sugar. Cinnamon leaves, Cersei tea, which is a bitter. And I recently purchased from Amazon a bottle of what they call soursop bitters. And I take it personally for my liver health, but I also realize it does a damn good job at colon cleansing. Not making your stomach run, but colon cleansing, where old fecal matter, I'm sorry to get descriptive, old fecal matter is exiting your body and you just feel light. I need you to know the difference between senna, like senna is a laxative. Bitters, what bitters does is it starts to trigger bile. And bile is that product that helps everything start moving naturally. If you think about the standard American diet, sad, um, we realize we don't have that many things that trigger that area of our taste buds because our taste buds are made of sweet, salt, sour, bitter. What are Americans having that triggers the bitter part of our taste buds? And it's crucial because activating that bitterness on the tongue activates the bile. And that's why so many Americans have digestive issues because we have nothing in our. Let me tell you something. West Indians, all they do is drink tea, bush tea, bitter tea, mobby, all kind of bitterness. And people be wondering how come they're living until 80, 89, 80, 90, they chopping wood at 60 like they're fine. They believe in their bush tea because it's activating the bitters, okay? The Try to get some bitters in your life. Amazon is where I got mine, okay? If I have a craving, I take a sip. Lovely, lovely. Um, it is currently 10 minutes. All right, we got 10 minutes. And I would like to get to FAQs, frequently asked questions, any questions you have. And Let's get into it. Yeah. Give me your questions now. Bitters. The bitters are a liquid. It tastes god awful. I need you to know this. It tastes god awful. The one that I take, but I got used to it, and now it tastes sweet. The brand is Amanzel. You'll literally see soursop bitters on Amazon. The reviews, madness. Everyone says it tastes like death. It tastes like death. And they also gave it 5 stars because it works. Read the reviews. It's not for everybody, but if you're about that health life and you want, and if especially if you're diabetic, you really should be. If you have high blood pressure, if you have high cholesterol, if you are diabetic, if you have hair, skin, and nail issues, if you're impotent, like the amount of things it helps, it's unbelievable. Do I have a pic of my before and after? Is that what you mean? My picture? Any of my thumbnails would have my before and after. Will these tips be on the guide you post? No. You feel free to refer back to this. I'll do my best to what is it? They do chapters. I'll do chapters on this just so you can refer. Coffee. Coffee is a bitter. Coffee is a bitter, right? I'm glad you guys brought that up. It is a standard bitter in the American diet. But by the time we're finished with the coffee, it's nothing but a sundae, right? So we got our sugar, we got the cream, we got the skinny syrup, we got the flavored hazelnut. Like, so yes, if you drink black coffee, it will trigger. It's actually coffee is really good for your liver, believe it or not, because it does trigger that bitter part of the taste bud, thus creating bile. But by the time SAD is done with it, which is the standard American diet, is done with it, it looks like dessert in a cup. Oh, picture of the bitters. Un momento. Okay. I wanted to run since so many people were curious about it. It is called the Amenazole Soursop Bitters, all natural remedy for colon cleansing. 21 different herbs and roots to prevent the following diseases. Do you want to hear the diseases? Let's go. Helps to reduce cough, asthma, stomach distress, fever, slowing the growth of cancer, suppress inflammation, high blood pressure, hypertension, good circulation of blood, waist pains, diabetes, impotence, fibroids, tumors, lower back pain, cholesterol, improves digestion, vision, fights immune disorders, produces beautiful skin, hair, and nails, strengthens the bones, improves sexual weaknesses in men, increase energy, fights against strokes, low sperm count, piles, and general weakness. And I'll just leave that there. Are you going back to ADF with health issues? I'm going to play around with ADF and see if it still triggers jaundice. I had stopped alternate day fasting back in the summer when I realized that me fasting was triggering something dormant within me, like as far as we're still playing around. Like I got a new doctor and she is definitely thinking that I have a hereditary syndrome. We're looking at either how's it pronounced, Gilbert's, or we'll see. I don't want to call down anything on myself, but we're still discovering. But yeah, I know when I go too long without eating, I will experience yellowing eyes, which is not a good look. Can you take bitters on fast days? You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. The challenge will be for a complete month. The challenge will be the entire month of January. just to get you up and running. This is a challenge. I will do the details within the week because I want you to be prepared before January 1st, which is a Sunday. And the Sunday will be a feast day. I start my challenges with a feast day. 5 minutes. Um, how to journal and what to journal about. I do have a how to journal for weight loss video. I highly suggest taking a look at it. It's actually the most useful video, but the least watched. And people who start alternate day fasting and wondering why they're not succeeding with it, they're overlooking the biggest part, which is to emotionally offload because they think they could out willpower emotions will always they will triumph. They will triumph. You think you could push past, it will always what is in the dark will always come to light. So the more you try to skip that basis of a fasting journey, if you do not emotionally offload, I don't wish it on you, but you will fail. You will fail. I didn't succeed without journaling. I did not succeed without journaling. And actually, when I started journaling is when it made it easier because I realized after I stopped, when I journaled, I literally didn't even feel hungry anymore. It's the weirdest thing. And that's how I even came across it. I realized I wasn't even hungry after I journaled. It was the weirdest thing. So if you want, play with it if you want, okay? But I'm telling you, if you want to journal, and you don't have to do anything like prompts. I just want you to talk about what you're feeling in that day. I personally did 3 pages just for me. You can just write until you're done with your thoughts, but you need to release. I'm not going to take too much time on that, but it's a big deal. Go watch the How to Journal for Weight Loss video. It's crucial. If you want to succeed, it is crucial that you need to find a way to emotionally offload, please. Will you have a membership for those who have been doing ADF? Anybody can join the membership channel. Think of it as me being your mentor. You're getting exclusive tips. You're getting FAQs on this membership channel. It's gonna be for those new, old, experienced. And for those that don't want to, you don't have to. You still have access to all my content that will be free, accessible, and continuously new. But every week on Tuesdays at 6 p.m., I will be doing lives. And whether you catch the live or not, it will be available for members. Members. Okay. Um, the membership channel will show up on this channel. It'll be on YouTube. It's not like Patreon or Vimeo or anything. It'll be on YouTube. So all you have to do is just press the join button. When that is up and running, you'll know my community tab. Okay. 2 minutes. Let me just see. Okay, really quick about clean and dirty fasting. You can do either or for the challenge. Clean fasting is where it's just water, black coffee, unflavored tea. I like to just keep it to water because all you need to think about is water. Clean fasting is where you're triggering no blood sugar, no insulin reactions. The non triggering of insulin is a clean fast. That means no gum, no apple cider vinegar, no lemon water, none of that. No food like substances other than water, and water. And bitter coffee, bitter. Okay, no flavored coffees. Dirty fasting is what I would give it about a 50 calorie max. And this is how I lost my weight by dirty fasting. I lost my weight through dirty fasting. I give myself a 50 calorie max. If I want to add collagen to a tea with a splash of cream, and that's like 45 calories, then that's my calories for the day. If I wanted a stick of gum and it's 5 calories, I'll rip it in half and enjoy. Um, up to a 50 calorie max is what some researchers say that is the max before you start to enable the metabolism, thus kind of breaking the fast. But any food, especially collagen, is breaking the fast. Um, I still lost weight. Clean fasting is really for those that really want to focus on making the journey easier and cravings go away, and really focusing on health. If you want that inflammation down, if you really want to reverse diabetes, mind you, I need you to research all these things yourself, but you can reverse it. Clean fasting is the way to go if you're just focused on weight loss. Dirty fasting is fine. I love Element mixed with collagen, plump skin galore. Um, that's a good question, KR. Will the January challenge give you 2 free days like in the past? I'll give you 2 free days. You're human. You are human, but you get 2. You get 2, okay? I'm glad you said that because I really didn't think about that. I was gonna go hard or go home, but 2 is reasonable. Just as long as they're not consecutive. They have to be random 2 days that you need, and if you don't need them, don't use them, okay? Really have to wrap this up. It's 7:01. I gotta get up for 3 o'clock. Oh, and by the way, I am now a supervisor at UPS. I'm very excited. Today was my first day, and I was happy. I I was bosses of people around now. So, I really appreciate all of you for being on this live, and I thank you for being a part of my life. I really do, like you, not the other person, you. I appreciate you. You thank you so much. Like, you have no idea. I really, I'm really thankful for you. You're really incredible. I check in. I'm doing better at checking in on Facebook. I really how can I forget the freaking Facebook? Guys, I have a Facebook. I have the Facebook alternate day fasting. Let, let me get that right over. I'm gonna drop the ADF Facebook group. I'm bugging. I'm getting real New York right now. I'm bugging. Let me drop. If there's an issue with the link, let me know immediately because the Russians, like, they're not playing with the takeovers. I have an alternate day fasting group on Facebook. It is free, 8.5 thousand members. It's like, that's amazing. Um, Head on over there if you want the group, okay? The support, it's free. All you got to do is have a Facebook account. If you don't have a Facebook account, then you don't want it because it's free and it's on Facebook. And it's a wonderful forum, it's a wonderful page. Over 8,500 people are in this group sharing tips, tricks, um, their trials, their triumphs. I'm so impressed. Like, people are losing 30 pounds in months, uh, showing before and afters. I am just blown away. And I'm like, wow, I am astonished by what you can accomplish when you're ready. Only when you're ready. I pray you're ready. I can't wait to do these weekly lives. I really realized I like lives. Once again, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed lives. Looking forward to a new year, new you, and look out for the details of the New Year challenge. Once again, I'm going to drop that ADF group link in the chat, and I am signing off. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.